Hey everybody, it's Jalen. Let me turn it over here. I didn't think it would be that fast, so we're starting a little weird. But you know me, I'm a little quirky and I can't adult today, so we're going to play it by ear. I am so sorry, first of all, that I have not been here. And it's been a couple of weeks with my functional neurological disorder. I've been dealing with some few things. So I just wanted to let you know thank you for sticking with me. I see I still have a lot of people joining my channel, and I appreciate that ever so much. I talk with my hands, so as you could tell, I have got a really great money saving. Um, I've got some really money saving techniques today that I want to show you. I'm going to give you two techniques today, as I missed two technique Tuesdays, and then I'm going to give you just as much as I can and help in teaching you to make the most out of what you purchase, because I do appreciate every time that somebody purchases through me through Crafty Girl Creations. You know, I can never get this straight, but it's right there. Crafty Girl Creations .stampinup.net is my online store, and I can't thank you that you spend time with me and then choose me as your Stampin' Up rep to be able to purchase things as we go, and anything you see in good inspiration of, I just want to tell you thank you, because it means a lot that you choose me. I choose to save you money. That's always going to be my thing. So if I have a technique to show you or something to show you that will help you do that, I'm going to do that. Now today, I'm going to show you what I was working on earlier. Let me get these around here real quick. My daughter is a preschool teacher, and she's a very good preschool teacher, I think, but I'm kind of biased. And she is creating a room for her preschoolers, 2 and 3 year olds, that is jungle themed. So she asked, when she remembered I had a cricket, she said, I told her, I said, I could create you leaves for your tree that will look like what you're trying to purchase from Temu. So I made her Monstera leaves. You know, I just cut them out. Let me get it over here where I love cameras. Um, or in front of me, you know, so you could see it. And I did that color, and I did that color, like that. I did those because, and then I did this color too. Now, as I'm going through making these colors and putting these color combinations together, you know, for however so she's got the freedom to use what she wants to do, I was left over. I'll show you what I got left over. All of this. That's a lot of cardstock, and I love my child, so I'll do it again and again for her. But the more I was thinking, I'm gonna save these for her. But the more I was thinking, I'm like, well, first of all, look at that. That looks pretty cool. If you look at it from this direction, you could almost put all those together and make a really cool thing for the kids to play. Okay, I'm going way too far. Um, Squirrel. But so I'm going to give those to her for her kids to make as templates on white paper, and then they could sponge dab it, you know, sponge paint it. I thought that would be kind of cool. But then I started thinking about you guys, and I thought, whoo, I remember them talking to about us when we went to um, the virtual album retreat for scrapbooking. And I thought to myself, you know what? I could teach you guys the same thing, but not with the acrylic, not with the oh, what's the kind of paint they used to have in elementary school? If you remember, please tell me in the chat, because I don't always remember. I know what it's called and I had it earlier, but I can't remember the name of it now. So I thought, what if we did that with blending brushes and ink? Could we make a card? Okay, that's number one. Number two, I always tell you, use what you have. You know, if you don't know what you want to do, look around, get some inspiration. This was given to us by Stampin' Up. This was the cover sheet for the after hours event that we had, that we could purchase additionally. And you see how beautiful the floral fern, it's called Fern and Flora, and the paper is, and you can see all that in here. And I thought, ooh, that'd make a really good background using a template and blending brushes and ink. And then we could get some of the die cuts on top of it. Well, we're gonna learn how to fussy cut today, but where my scissors go? Oh, there they are. I had to make sure I had them. So I thought, let's do that. So let me go ahead and change to my overhead camera. There we go. And I've already got what I just showed you, and that was this template, and I took on Cricut, and since I'm giving my daughter all the other ones, I took just an old piece of scrap is what's on the bottom, and I'll show you why here in a minute. I'm not going to need it, but I used the old piece of scrap. I'll show you why I used that in a minute. But this is going to be our actual template, and it is exactly the same size. So I'm not going to have to do what I'm going to show you I did. I went ahead and did some of these cards, or these Monstera leaves. And this one I want to show you I did with Granny Apple Green and Peaceful Pine, and that's my little just shorthand there. And like I said, I was just playing around with it to get different colors. This was Lemon Lolly with Old Olive on the outside. Now I did the whole thing with Lemon Lolly and then did it over with the Old Olive on the outside of the leaves. And you could see how it just looks very, different, but very authentic. Yeah, they're not all the same. So then that was that. This was Lemon Lolly and Peaceful Pine. So without the Old Olive. You got Granny Apple Green and Old Olive, and that was Peaceful Pine and Lemon Lolly in the middle. So it's not much too different, but then this one is Lemon Lolly and Old Olive. Now they look a little different on screen as I'm looking at it. It looks a little different on screen as it does, for me live. So, but it's kind of, they all look really cool. There's not one I didn't like. It just depends on, I might even do a whole bunch of them and put them all on the tree, if I were to fussy cut them all. Now, so that's just for me and my benefit, and that's my creative process. So that kind of tells you how I come to terms with what I'm going to show you. And right here, I've got Peaceful Pine, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up and set the lid over there. And then I'm going to open up the Granny Apple Green, and I've got we're going to do our coloring first. And I did just a whole bunch of them because I wanted to be able to show you, but at the same time, oops, I'm going to show you this too. If you get the new in colors, they've got the new case on them. When you put your names on the outside of your, telling you what they are, don't forget you get an extra you can put on the inside. Tip of the day. Okay, so then I've just got some Post-its, and I'm going to kind of just tack these down in the corners. Whoopsie. When you're doing something like a Monstera leaf, you want to make sure that these stay down. And I've got a creative way to, like there's a dimensional cover. I've got a creative way to get you kind of through that. There we go. So I'm just going to put those there. And let's see here. I need Okay, we're going to do the lemon lolly first. Or I'm sorry, the granny apple green. Oops, that's not it. This is it, I think. I had, oh, wait a minute, what did I do with it? Up here it is. I had 4 of these out, and so I know which one's which. And I haven't had a chance to label them yet. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to use these because you know when you use your blending brushes, I started at the top and I'm going down, and I'm doing that because of these Monstera leaves, the spikes. And then I'm going to go backwards, right to like clockwise to do the other side. So we'll come back here and do another one. Some people tap, get it started. Again, we're going to go counterclockwise till we get to the bottom. Get the middle good. Come up here and go clockwise, and that's going to keep your leaves down. And it's okay if you go like this at this point. You don't want to do it at the beginning because then that will cause you the little streaks. And I did get some in. Let me see if I can find one. This one kind of shows it a little bit, but I think this one's better. Do you see the streaks here? Yeah, that's because I went like that. So if you are actually going the swirling, you're not going to get this. So just a little tip. Oh no, my things came up. There we go. And get it back in place. Kind of went off a little bit. And if you do, it's not a huge deal. You're just going to push down, and because that's just the first 2. So again, I'm going to take, so the post-it notes aren't quite holding down as much as I wanted them to, but just hold down the paper. And the other way. And for what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to skip the bigger one. Okay, that one's a little darker. And then I'm going to come do a couple more of these small ones. Again, circle to the counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. Now we'll go to the other color. I'm going to set that there so I can label it later. Now this one, I've got the big peaceful pine I used my big one for. And I wished I hadn't, but I did. You'll see why here in a minute. Because I'm just going to come around on the edges. And it's okay if I go into the next one because it's going to have it on the edges too. The peaceful pine. No, yeah, there we go. Had to remember which way I did that. And it's okay. Oops, I need some more ink. Once you get some of the ink color down, it's okay just to kind of go like this to bring it in. And then I'm going to come, oops, I keep wanting to go into that granny apple green. I'm going to come over here and drop some of that. And I'm just going to kind of go all over on this one since that one's kind of the, there we go. There, we're good. We're good. So, yeah, I thought that would work out real good. I didn't think that'd be a big deal. So I know now. Tack it down better. But that's okay. It's good that you see me make mistakes because then you guys won't feel so bad making them. Look, see? That one's cool. Just with the peaceful pine on the outside. And you can even go here. You know, since this is a template, that's not going to be, you know, you can do that. We'll just kind of make that one just a little bit different. And again, we're going to come down here. Oh, look, I made a thumbprint there. Won't use that part, but you know what's beautiful about that is I could take and put a flower over that part. Oh, you guys can't see it. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Let's get this peaceful pine. Oh, that was kind of neat. That worked out kind of cool. Let me get some more peaceful pine for this side. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this top off, and you see what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I doubt I'll use it all, but I'm going to go ahead and do one thing first. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut those because I wasn't sure how much of the page I was actually going to do. And I'm just lining up my cut line, which is right down in here, with that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it as close to that green. Oh gosh, you couldn't have got much closer than that. I'll show you where I got that ink on there. See this piece right here that I got the ink on? I'll take this, I'll flip it over, cut it down if I need to for another card, because I always keep my whites for sentiments. Because it didn't go through, there's no reason to throw it away. So I'll put that up there, and once I break it down, I'll... Where did I put my scissors? I told you I found them. There they are. So, and I'm going to show you guys a cool... And I'm just full of good tips today, because I don't like to fussy cut, and neither do most people I know. Some people like my friend Jay in the United Kingdom. He's a fussy cut god. And we just sit there and watch him fussy cut half the time. And he's always just insanely crazy good about it. Not my favorite thing to do. But I'm going to show you something that somebody I saw on another channel. Do not remember who said it now. So if you are watching this, if you kind of catch my live, please announce yourself and let me know it was your idea. Because I always give credit where credit is due. And what it is see the white spaces that normally a die cut doesn't always. They don't always cut out all the white. And we know that. Somebody had this fabulous idea to use our Stampin' blends with a different, like a neutral color, and just color in those white areas and kind of give them like say if you're doing it in a neutral color, like a gray or a blue or something of that nature. Then, let me start here. Then you don't have to worry about it really looking like it doesn't match. Sometimes I get a little too close. I'm not going to cut all of these out. I'm only going to cut what I think we're going to need for time. And then later I'll cut the other ones out and I'll use them for something. If you guys have any questions anytime, just let me know. Has anybody played around with hot foiling yet? Because that's what I think we're going to do Tuesday. Is we'll work with some hot foiling. Maybe one more. One of the bigger ones here. Because if you guys haven't seen my hot foil video, definitely go back and look it up. It is such a neat process. And I've got another order going in for some more products to show you with the hot foiling system. It's just a neat thing. It's, you know, it's going to make a big difference, I think, come time for holidays and stuff like that, which you guys know, if you need to get on my, ooh, I just thought of the perfect color to use for that neutral color. If you are not on my mailing list, that time is, I think, past as far as to get Stampin' Up to send you the new catalog. Or no, it's July 31st, I think. So if you have not ordered from me yet, if you've ordered from me, then I'm going to go through here to probably in the next day or two and pull out, oh, I might as well cut this one. They're not that hard. I'm going to go through and make sure to put in all my customers into the catalog program because they do it for me automatically. It does cost a little bit, but it's one of those things I think that is well worth the investment for me to make sure you have the new catalog in your hot little hands before anybody else does. Oh, you mean you guys didn't know that? Oh, yeah. If you're in my catalog mailing program, then you will get that calendar or that catalog before anyone else. Because our customers get it first, along with the demonstrators. Or maybe a week or two behind the demonstrators. You're second line to get it before anyone else. Okay, now for step number 2. Step number 2 is cutting this designer series paper here, which in the actual suite, the paper section, this is actually one of the designer series paper. Now to make this easy for me, I'm going to put this right on the cut line up here, looking right at the top. And then I am going to hold that down. So even if it cuts either right at or just below, it'll be fine. And it looks like I did it right at or just below. So I kind of had a little cockeyed, but I don't need that part anyway. So I'm going to take, because I don't want it. I'm going to decide that later. Let's see how much width do we have? I'm going to measure. So that's 5 inches, maybe, well, almost 5 inches. We're going to go ahead and cut off. I'm going to make it down to 4 1/4. There. So I cut off another 1/8. So I know it's, now I know it's a good 4 1/4 or 4 3/4. We'll do it by 4 from the left side, since that is where, oopsie, I need to get that back down. And we'll do one more just for the, oh, I'm going to do another one that's 5 1/2 inches. That's wide. By 4. Or 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4. And I'll show you why. Of course I'm going to show you why. And we're going to do it this way. And if anybody's figured it out, tell me what I'm doing in the comments. I want to see if I got which Smarties I've got on today. Because people see things in different ways. Like I saw in one stamp set a while back, an Ohio State emblem. You know, the O outline of Ohio State. When other people who are avid Ohio State fans did not. So I am pulling out, I'm looking for my Mossy Meadow paper. So I think I'm going to use that. Yeah, I am. There we go. There's my mossy meadow. Or old olive. Sorry. I'm going to use old olive. Because you see it matches real good with the paper there. And let me get this back down because I need to cut us two card bases. So 5.5. And this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And then I'll stack these. And if you don't have the Stampin' Up cutter and score, you want to definitely get that. Put that on your wish list. I want 4.25 here, and we'll score that. That'll be for both of our card bases. And I've got cleaned my craft room up on my list of to-dos because, yeah, I get so excited about doing these and then I don't have time to, I take time afterwards so I don't clean up right away. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this one and we're going to mount it right there. So to where you have a little bit below. Oops, I'm sorry. If that was fishing around again, I've been trying to watch it. I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to leave this little bit down here at the bottom. So I am going to, I know I've ordered some, I haven't opened up all my order yet. I should have probably put that up on, this one up on risers, but I glued it. That's fine. It'll still make a gorgeous card. Isn't that paper beautiful? Yes. It's gorgeous. Okay, so that one's ready. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put this one like here. We're going to do it. And you're like, but you've got that white. Oh, you guys can't see it. You got that white spot from Stampin' Up. Not for long. So this one I'm going to glue. We'll put the sentiment up on dimensionals. You got to have dimensionals on every card. Isn't that a rule somewhere? At least I thought it was a rule somewhere. Okay, so this glue gives us time to work with the multi-purpose glue. There we go. Now I've got that one all set. Now with our Monstera leaves, like I said, we did just a little bit different, but I want to show you before I put these on here. And I might get a little inky fingers because I'm liking, let me see, the old olive. Oh, nope, that's lemon lime twist. Don't want that. I know it's right next door to old olive, I think. Oh, it's next door to Granny Apple Green. Let's see. Where's my old olive? Did I use it recently and I haven't put it away yet? That could always be. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, that's like Mossy Meadow. Let's just kind of look at that up against here. Nope, I don't want to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I do. Because we used old olive. So I need to find old olive. Where is she? Let's see. 1 second. Oh, there it is. Yes. let me put this one back so I don't lose it. There. Put it away. Okay. Yay. So I don't have to, we're going to take and color in these spots and not leave this all white. And if you look, it's not really deterring. It's only adding to the edge. I'll show you this to you when I get it done. And again, we might do one with and one without and see which way we like it. Or I may not. use these on the second one at all. I don't know. You guys know I practically make these up in my head as I go. And that just comes from experience, so that's just something I've done. I mean, I've been doing this 4.5 years with Stampin' Up, almost 5 years. Come December, it'll be, I think, it'll either be 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. And you see how easy this is? And then it's not that old white paper. I mean, it's okay because there's white in the designer series paper, but our sentiment's going to be white. So I wanted this to be just a little different. I am so happy. I don't know which, I really wish I could remember who showed this. And it was like the coolest thing ever. It just gives, these are going to just give the cards a little texture and a little something else for the eye to see. Let's see here. There we go. Almost. We'll get this side. And I can't wait to show you what I'm telling you, but I haven't shown you yet. You'd think that I'm like making a big mistake or just where it doesn't look. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do these two. Well, at least a couple of them. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to decide and what I'm not. Because this came to me when I planned this card this morning. Or when I had the idea, the epiphany, I should say, as I was doing my daughter's leaves. There we go. Okay. Is that I thought this was going to be, I was going to leave these white. I didn't even think about doing this earlier. So video might be just a tad longer than what it would have been normally. No big deal. Because it's all fun and games in the craft room, isn't it? See, and then the card on the base the card base is also Old Olive. So even if I get Old Olive ink on my glass mat here, it's never going to show on the paper. Or if it does, it's going to look natural. And those places that you thought that I didn't, that was going to show where the template came up from the white paper, not anymore. Okay, because now they're going to, since the blending, the Stampin' Blends is Old Olive too, it won't show because it's the same color. And even, like I said, if it does, it's just going to look natural, like it's just part of the flora. Well, this is cool. I don't know if anybody else has thought about this yet. I might have to post this on Designer Planning Place for the demonstrators. Okay, so now we're all colored in, and this is going to look better. Da-da-da-da. This one. Okay, we are going to take and just add these Monstera leaves with some Stampin' Dot or dimensionals. You guys know what I found in my coffee this morning? A dimensional back. I went to take a drink and there was one of these little backings in my coffee. I was like, yeah, only me. And maybe 10,000 other women. Let's see. Nope. I want to put these up here and I'll show you why. I don't want to color him up though. All right, so you're going over here. There we go. Sorry, made a creative change. I wanted the smaller ones for this side. And don't forget, cut your edges. So I want some bigger ones because I know I need to pull some more dimensionals out. I want some more bigger dimensionals to work with these. So I'm going to cut this edge ahead of time. All the way to here, where my next dimensional is. Okay, and then I'll just use that big one here. There we go. And because these are a little bit bigger than, oops. There we go. As soon as I get this top one off, there we go. Yep, my Stampin', my take your pick tool was kind of missing too. It's okay. I'll figure it all out. We're just kind of want to create a little, just a little something something here. Little something else to look at for the eye to see. And then we're going to take thanks and jot it right up on the top. Okay. And we're going to take and glue it to our leaves. I think maybe I might even do one more leaf. Just kind of do that right. There we go. Yep. And I'm only going to glue it onto a couple sides. There we go. Because I want it to be on the leaves itself and not put a, yeah, there we go. I'll show you why here in a second. Because I'm going to take this and put it right there. And we're going to take one dimensional across the bottom center so it catches that bottom and lifts it up. But I'll go ahead and put this a little bit there, a little bit there, so it goes on the leaves. There, perfect. And last but not least, and of course I haven't opened this yet. Get my snips under here. I'm going to trying to get my snips up under the edge of the plastic to open my ribbon. If anybody else has an idea, I haven't figured it out, nor have I asked anybody, and I need to. The easy way to find, oh, wait a minute, I think I found it. Oh boy, if I did, this is going to be a lucky day. There's a little piece of tape that's holding it, but I can never ever find it. Because if you don't know that about me, I've got a vision difficulty that I refuse to give up on. Give up doing what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to cut it through. There we go. So what I did was I probably cut out just a little bit. No big deal. I'll use this piece to make with something. So I'm going to take just a little bit. This is Peaceful Pine. I'm just going to do a ribbon, a little bow. And when you've been doing it 4 years, you could pretty much pull it off just like I did. There we go. I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. There we go. And let's see. Now that's the peaceful pine. So I don't know if I want to put it, I think I'll just go put it right there, right on the top. And I know they're here. There they are. Get out my little mini glue dots, and go ahead and grab me one here. And we'll put that right there. So that's card number 1. So I'll set that aside. I'll show it to you first. Just thanks. Nice and thanks. Let's see here. And this one, let me go ahead. I'm going to set these glue dots aside because I'm going to use those again. I'm going to take these and just kind of, we're going to do this similar to the same thing. And just kind of build these in. And if you notice, like I said, the you know, maybe I'll just do a couple. I don't know. Some of these, you know, I might even just do that one. No, I'll put one up here too. There. Yep. There we go. I like it. Nice and easy. Oopsie. There we go. Take off my... Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to take one of these off, and I'll show you why. Because I'm going to put one... Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that was going to fit good. I only put 2 because the other part is going to sit on the one I've already raised. There. And then I thought, let's see here. Let me see what sentiment we're going to use for this. Oh, there we go. I saved one of my foiled sentiments. Have a lovely day. And so I'm just going to put that right there. And we're going to take and put that on a dimensional. And what I'm going to do is cut this dimensional in half. There we go. So they're just real small to fit on the back here of this little sentiment. And with that being white, it still looks really pretty. And that's going to go right there under the white. And then we are going to make, oh, I might have done that. Let's see if I could slide that down through there. No, actually, I think that looks good just the way it is. And maybe, da, 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 you know me, da, 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 da. We'll grab our butterflies, our in-color butterflies, and put a couple, let's use yellow, and put them right on there. So now we've got some embellishment. So these are our 2 cards. I was only planning on 1 today, but you see how easy that was to make 2. These are our 2 cards today. What do you guys think? All of that was made, almost 90% of this. I'd say, yeah, 80% at least, at a minimum. 75, 80% at a minimum was made with scraps. Something that I had not planned on using. And 2 techniques. Three techniques if you count the if you count the foil sentiment. So let me come back to you here. So what'd you think of that? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Save lots of money and at the same time make beautiful cards that didn't really take. I mean, sure, it took me 45 minutes to make two cards, but I was showing you guys how to make them. Once you know how to make them, you can just go, do cut this piece, cut this piece, cut this piece, and it's so simple to do. And I maybe have, I mean, you could spend $3 for a card versus $7 plus for a card. It's up to you. You're spending the money either way. So if you'd like to spend it with, and help me out with my business and help you out at the same time, you could go to, there we go, Crafty Girl. As you guys know, I'm learning still. CraftyGirlCreations.stampinup.net. And if you want to save even more money, you could always join Stampin' Up. And the qualifications to stay active is only $100 a month. If you really look at what you spend on cards, if you were to spend the money on the cards that you really want to, because these days, a lot of people tend to try to just send a text or send a Facebook notice or something like that. But getting a card in the mail is just the coolest thing ever and makes everybody's day. So for just that little bit of investment, you're getting a 25% discount automatically. 25% depend, because you have to get like a certain amount of sales to get 25%, but it's really not that much. It takes less than 3 months, 3 to 6 months at tops. I think I did mine in 6 months, but I wasn't doing very much either. So, but it's worth the investment. It's $99. You get $125 worth of product. So that could be anything. Stampin' Up! Now, with the new way that they're doing signups, gives you the ability to use all of that $125 because they automatically give you a credit for $125. The old way of signups, they you had to get as close to the $125 as you could. Well, that's not the case anymore. You get every bit for your bang. So I love this new process. And then you get me. So what's not to love? So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you Tuesday. I'm also going to put out some short form videos. So you'll see a couple other things on, just be watching for those. And, follow me on TikTok, on Facebook. Oh, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's new. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook. I got Instagram. That's new too. And and YouTube. So you can find me in all the places at Crafty Gurl Creations, Gurl. And I hope to see you guys Tuesday. Bye, friends.